What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tim's Sports Talk. And today we are going through the film breakdown of the Week 3 preseason game. Let me get the chat up here. What is up? How's it going? But first, we had our 53-man roster finalized here, and we'll go through that real quick before we hop into the film breakdown. What up, Bod in the chat? How you doing? How's everybody doing in the chat? Okay, let's do it. So 53-man roster. It has been set here. We have on offense, we have 2 quarterbacks, so they did not keep Jake Fromm. I thought they might because you can have the 3 quarterbacks, but I'm not mad at all they cut him because I know that it was a, fool's gold that he had a really good preseason. It was fun to watch in preseason, not going to be fun to watch if we ever see him in a real game. I'm glad he's off the team. All right. That being said, of course, it's Sam Howell and Jacoby Brissett. Some people thought that Jake Fromm could be the backup. Absolutely not. Never was going to happen. All right. Number 2 position is the running back. We only keep 3 running backs on the roster. Very interesting, to say the least. Brian Robinson, Chris Rodriguez, Antonio Gibson. Those were definitely the 3 that were locks on the team. It's no surprise that those guys made the team, but they didn't keep Jonathan Williams. They didn't keep Derek Gore, Jarrett Patterson. They kept none of the other running backs. And I'm sure it's because they're going to probably use Curtis Samuel as a 4th running back in this offense. Why do you need another running back, right? Brian Robinson and Chris Rodriguez back up each other very well. Brian Robinson can be played on 3rd downs as well as Antonio Gibson. So if Antonio Gibson goes down, Chris Rodriguez can take some 1st down reps, not all of them, but take some. And then Brian Robinson comes on to 3rd down as well as Curtis Samuel in special situations. They do keep 7 wide receivers. Jahan Dotson, De'Ami Brown, Curtis Samuel, Terry McLaurin, of course, were the 4 locks. Then they did keep 7. So Mitchell Tinsley made the team. Okay. He had a really good final game. I didn't know if he did enough in practice and whatnot. Of course, I wasn't there. They say, yep, the final preseason game got you a roster spot for sure. Byron Pringle, not really a surprise there. I thought he had a really good camp, a couple of good moments in the preseason, and he's also known the offense of Eric Bieniemy being there in Kansas City. And then Dax Milne does make the team most likely as our starting punt return. Tim, do you think the 49ers trade Bosa? I doubt it. Not a fan of FedEx Field not letting you bring in full-size helmets anymore. Really? I didn't know that. Bryson Tremaine, I wanted to keep on the roster. For now, he is gone. I don't know if he'll make the practice squad or not. Which team do you think they ship him to? They say it's an AFC team. I say that's ridiculous. I don't know what in the world you're trading for Nick Bosa, what you're going to accept. There would be every AFC team would be interested. There's literally 0 AFC teams that would be like, yeah, we're good. I don't know who in the world that you'd look at that and say, yeah, I'm not interested in Nick Bosa. That makes no sense. I have no clue on the defensive line and anybody in the AFC that would say, yeah, we can't handle a Nick Bosa on our squad. Even the Browns would take him. Anybody would take him in the NFC or AFC or NFC, that matter too. I don't understand why you're trying to trade Nick Bosa. I guess injury concerns? I don't know. Anyway, enough of that. Okay, tight end. Curtis Hodges makes the squad. So we do keep 4 tight ends. Curtis Hodges makes the squad. He was frustrating me in most of the preseason, I feel like, but he did enough to impress the coaches that he needs to stay on this team. They wanted to keep a 4th tight end. I would have rather kept Armha. He has the fullback capabilities as well, but he did show that he could flex out there to tight end. I would have rather kept Alex Armha, but that's just me. Logan Thomas, Cole Turner, and John Bates, not surprising at all. Of course, Logan getting his contract, Cole Turner and John Bates being draft picks. All right, looking at the offensive line, this is very interesting. I told you guys, Braden Daniels was a waste of a draft pick, and sure enough, he doesn't even make the 53-man roster as a 4th-round pick. That is disgusting that we just threw away a 4th-round pick like that. Hopefully, he makes the practice squad, and maybe he could develop into something later, but 4th round draft capital is not a throwaway pick, and yet we don't even maintain him on the roster. Unbelievable. But here is the ones that make the team. Ricky Stromberg, Nick Gates, Andrew Wiley, Charles Leno, Trent Scott, Chris Paul, Sam Cosmi, Sadiq Charles, and Cornelius Lucas. I guess really the only one that was kind of on the fringe was Trent Scott. They do keep him over a Braden Daniels. And honestly, I thought that was a good move. That's just me. Isn't Daniels on full year IR? Did he get hurt in the Bengals game and I didn't notice? Maybe I'm wrong. So maybe that is why he didn't make the team. We could trade Chase for him straight up. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I would definitely do that. Yeah, I got in their full Redskins uniform and got stopped at the gate and told I couldn't come in with the helmet. They told me it could be used as a weapon. I guess it is a big thing. But I don't know. Like, even a smaller helmet could be used as a weapon, right? I don't know. Dumb Hodges signed Kuntz. Is Kuntz available? Did they cut Kuntz on his team? That's nuts. I had to spend $50 on a locker outside the stadium. Jeez. Yikes. Anyway, all right, moving on to the defense. Andre Jones Jr., KJ Henry, Montez Sweat, Casey Toohill, James Smith-Williams, F.A. Obata, Chase Young are the defensive ends. We keep 7 defensive ends. Not really a shock. I mean, KJ Henry was our 5th round pick. Andre Jones apparently flashed a lot in training camp. F.A. Obata showed enough that you just cannot cut him. With the injury history of Chase Young, and you have Montez Sweat, and also James Smith-Williams has some injury history in the past. So yeah, I mean, keeping 7 is not that bad because you could also rotate these guys in a lot. So most of these guys will play at a decent snap rate as well. Like, you don't really want to play Chase Young 80, 90, 95% of snaps just from exhaustion standpoint. That way he can be on fresh, make sure he's in there on 3rd and longs and stuff like that. But yeah, kept 7 defensive ends. Then we have defensive tackles. John Ridgeway, Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne, and Fedarian Mathis. No Toa Toa. And that's sad because I liked Toa Toa. I did like him. Let's see here. Can I move the chat? Let me get another chat. Hold on. Let me do this. Just because I feel like I have to look all the way over here for the chat, and I don't want to do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't want to do that, I'm not going to do it. Pop up chat. There we go. Much closer to everything. I like Potato too. Yeah. But Toa Toa, I feel like he should have been able to make the squad at some point. But, oh well, it is what it is. We do only keep 4 linebackers on the squad. Cody Barton, Jamin Davis, of course, your starters. Khaleke Hudson makes the squad. He had a really good final preseason game. And David Mayo makes the squad. Or was that the second preseason game? Which one was it that Khaleke Hudson just flashed? I thought that was the Bengals. We'll find out on the film review. Then you have Emmanuel Forbes, Benjamin St. Juste, Kendall Fuller, Christian Holmes makes the squad as the corner, and Danny Johnson. Danny Johnson being one of our special teams aces. I'm going to have to get a water here in a second. Safety, we do keep Quan Martin, even though he struggled mightily in the preseason, but he was your 2nd round pick. You can't find a way to cut your 2nd rounder. That would be horrible. Horrible. They're going to try to move him to the squad, but he is available. Wow. He didn't drop a single pass in preseason? Yeah, go get Kuntz for sure. They have full-size helmets in the damn team store? That is hilarious. So you can buy a weapon in the stadium, you just can't bring a weapon in the stadium. Ridiculous. Anyway, so Quan Martin does make the squad, of course. Derek Forrest, Cameron Curl, Percy Butler, Jeremy Reeves. Jeremy Reeves, of course, I believe he was the one that was actually a Pro Bowler on special teams, so definitely making the squad as a special teamer. Tress Way, Joey Sly, and Cameron Cheeseman are your specials to round out the 53-man roster. I need to look up that Braden Daniels thing. Was Braden Daniels actually hurt? Is that real? Sorry. Excuse me. All right. Is Braden Daniels actually hurt? Like, is that a real thing? Let's look. Braden Daniels. Did he get hurt? Braden Daniels. Braden Daniels on IR cut. So they do find a way to keep him on the roster with the IR designation. What was his injury? After he suffered a torn rotator cuff in the team's final preseason game, Ben Standing says. Okay, gotcha. So don't have to have him on the roster. Gotcha. You know what? That was a blessing for this team because I don't know if he makes the squad if that's the case. I really don't know if he ends up making the squad anyway. What the heck? There we go. All right, I need to get water. Let me get right back. Hold on 1 second, and then we'll get into the film review. But anyway, interesting stuff. Put in the chat what you think about this roster, and I'll read it when I get back. Of what are we thinking here? Do we like the roster? Do we some cuts you didn't like? Let me know. I'm not going to the game to start fights, right? All right, so what do I think about the roster? I mean, honestly, to me, the only thing that was a bit of a surprise was the running back that we did not keep a fourth. But I know we were very deep at wide receiver, so finding room there does make sense. 7 defensive ends is a lot. I'm not shocked, though, because Obata played so well. Casey Toohill and James Smith-Williams have been locks on this team for a while now. KJ Henry, Andre Jones, are your draft picks, so makes sense that you want to keep your draft capital available. Only 4 linebackers, that's not surprising at all because we sucked at linebacker. I mean, Christian Holmes, I thought, is a good scheme fit, also a draft pick, so that makes sense. I mean, how many guys are on this team that aren't draft picks now at this point, I feel like? We're getting really low on guys that were not drafted by this squad, right? I mean, you literally have Jacoby, Curtis, Logan. The 3 running backs were Curtis was not, Byron was not, Mitchell was not, so that's 6. Nick Gates was not, Wiley, Leno, Scott. So I guess it's more than I expected, but I feel like it just feels like I'm looking at this roster. It's so many draft picks. Right, Christian Holmes, Danny Johnson was not, he was an UDFA, but Kendall was drafted here, Benjamin St. Juste was drafted here, Forbes, all the defensive ends except for Casey Toohill, no, F.A. Obata as well, just a lot of draft picks on this team, which is good. I mean, if you're keeping a ton of your draft picks, that is not a bad thing. So I guess it's more than I expected when I was actually looking through the roster, but still, a lot of draft picks on this team, which is definitely something you want to see. I wish we could have kept Albert O. What's up, Daniel Primrose? I don't think that Bryson Tremaine didn't make the cut. I don't like that he didn't make the cut. I don't have any faith in Hodges. I am sure he will bring the fullback shortly once we put someone in short-term RR. Yeah, fair enough. That is a hallmark of Ron, the inability to walk away from failures. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Curtis Hodges made the squad based on what we saw in preseason. Maybe in practice he was putting up great stuff, but I mean, he had that drop pass and a very important play in that fourth quarter against the Ravens. And I don't remember anything that really stuck out to me as somebody that he needed to make this team. Get to the film review. Screw you, Jarris. Okay, I get to the film review when I want to get to the film review, which is next week. I'll see you next week. Just kidding. Let's go ahead and hop in to the film. That's fine. We did exhaust the 53-man roster enough. All right, let's do this thing. Let's do it. So we got the ball first. Unfortunately, Casimir Allen did not make the squad. They really wanted him to be the kick returner, but he had such a bad final preseason game. He had to go. All right, here we go. So, immediately we're going 2 receivers to each side. Running back switches sides in the backfield. So we have 4 down linemen, We got press coverage on the left side. Looks like potentially man-to-man here. How they're lining up, but maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just zone. It's a zone match again. Because we have... Yeah, this is definitely cover 3 here. Because he's dropping way too far back. Jacoby going to the... Oh, man, I wish he got to that second level. Diami was pretty wide open here. I mean, he's right there in the thing. Like, he locked into this. But yeah, if he gets to that second level, I don't know if the safety gets there in time. Let's take a look here at the protection. So this was the starting interior 3, and then we had Scott and Lucas as our backup tackles. But he doesn't get it out. He does get it out quick and makes a quick completion, so I'm not mad about that. And the ball's out so fast, I didn't really see anything wrong with the offensive line. Let's take a look again here. Cosme getting pushed back a little bit into the pocket. You'd like to see him a little bit more anchor here. Not sure what in the world Chris Paul thinks he's doing, or Sadiq Charles, whoever this is, coming all the way out here. I think I would probably just stay in here to help inside. But Nick Gates doing a good job one-on-one. But you're kind of in no man's land, not really helping anybody. But okay, no worries. Gets it out quickly. Yeah, Cosme just kind of got pushed back into the pocket there. That's not a great rep from Cosme, excuse me. Luckily, the ball was out quick enough. All right, again, 2 receivers to each side, except this time it looks like a second tight end in the game. Or is that just... Yeah, it looks like 2 tight ends in the game here. Going deep and not connecting here with Diami down the right side. A little overthrown. He had a clean pocket, too. Really good protection. I guess, did Diami just not get off the press enough? What ruined the timing? Is it just overthrown? Yeah, it's like Diami couldn't really, like, open up his stride there. There was a lot of hand-to-hand combat. Good defense here to not draw a flag. But a lot of hand-to-hand does not allow Diami to really get into... No, it's not Diami. Sorry, it's Pringle. Thought it was... Because didn't Diami play the first play? I would have thought he was in the same spot, but nope. So Pringle could not really hit his full stride to be able to get underneath it. I don't think that was really an overthrow. It looks like Diami held up for a second. Yeah, it was actually Pringle, but yeah, Pringle definitely not going full out there. I think that was actually a pretty decent throw by Brissett, just the receiver not getting under it. Really good block here by Charles. Look at that, just punishing this in here. He's cutting inside, or cutting on the outside, rather. He wants to keep these guys hands down if he wants to go to Cole Turner, which is funny. I would rather have him gone to Cole Turner on this play and Diami deep the first play, but it's almost like he was like, no, I'm not going underneath because Diami was so open. I saw it after. I'm going to just go ahead and take a shot here. Lucas really good on the backside. Good protection. Good protection. Ron stick his foot in his mouth again. Oh, what did he say? Armah will make it through the waivers and sign to practice squad. If Hodges gets cut, someone probably picks him up. I don't know. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I do think Armah makes it through waivers. I do agree with that. It's a vested veteran. He doesn't have to clear what... Oh, okay. Well, either way, I'm sure that Armah does not need to... we don't have to worry about somebody picking him up, for sure. Man, Cole has stepped up. Yeah, Cole Turner has looked really good in the preseason. I will admit. All right, looking to his left side, scanning the field. Again, open this time. It is Diami. Good job there. I don't think there was anything. He looked left first. Yeah, I mean, he didn't give this a real shot, but still, that's okay. He knew that this was going to be a tough one. He may have even just looked off the linebacker. That may have been a really good play by Jacoby, actually. Looks like he looked off the linebacker, knew that this was going to be a tough spot with 2 receivers in that area. He stayed back to cover the tight end. Diami wide open, hits him underneath, and reaches for a first down. Let's take a look at this back view. I'm curious on Jacoby's head. Yeah, he almost looks directly at him. He's looking this way to make sure he goes that way. And then it's almost like he didn't really give that a real look over there. He just comes backside knowing that he's got numbers on the backside. Hits Diami over the middle. Love to see that. Protection-wise, good pickup here inside. It's getting pushed back a little bit as Charles. Getting pushed back into that pocket a bit. Yeah, not keeping the pocket too clean. He does maintain the block, just gets pushed back into the pocket a little bit. All right, handoff up the middle here is Rodriguez. We'll look at the back end view. I like Cole's blocking so far so much better than last year. Turner has gotten better all the way around. I was really crapping on him last year, but the man is doing his thing. Yeah, he's developing, which is good. That's awesome to see. Love to see the development of a young player for sure. All right. It's actually... yeah, this is just not very good vision here from Rodriguez because he really does have this hole out here. This is pretty bottled up. Like, you're kind of forcing the issue inside. Like, I'm okay with forcing it in to keep this linebacker true to this gap, but then you can press it here. It's like he presses the hole a little bit too much. Because honestly, the blocking's not that bad. But he just kind of goes right into the hole. Or like no hole, rather. He just goes into the back of the lineman. Yeah, there's nothing backside. He does take a peek, which is fine. Yeah, he literally thought he was going to go backside. One thing I do like, though, is that he did make a decision that I didn't like, but once he does make the decision, he's just going to put his foot in the ground and just try to get as much as he can. Don't quit dancing, just make the decision and go. Because, yeah, this is zoned outside to the left, right? I mean, you got to press this first before you go backside. Like, it's like he's almost looking to go backside, like, right out the gate. Take this handoff and take a couple of steps this way. See if you get the linebacker to force over, this linebacker to force over, then you can go backside. But you're also almost never going backside because you're not blocking this here. So this is almost like a play that's never going backside. If you're not blocking the defensive end, the likelihood of this going backside is going to be pretty low. I guess you're trying to hold it with the quarterback boot, and maybe this creates a hole. Yeah, I guess that's the play design there. I'm looking at it. So you're trying to hold it a little bit to try to create this hole. That makes sense. Yet you still... I remember the running backs being taught this all the time when we were through the blocking in college, that you have to press the hole first. Like, if it's an outside zone, you have to first give a couple of steps to the outside, see where the defense flows, and then you make the decision to cut back. Just taking it and almost immediately cutting back is not the way to go, right? You got to press this out here. Maybe you bounce it way outside, or you may not have gotten much because it looks like Does Lucas loses his block at the end anyway. But if you press this right away, then maybe the backside opens up a little bit. But, as I said, puts his foot in the ground, gets upfield. Oh, our O-line really did okay. Yeah, for sure. So far, so good on the offensive line. I like, the only thing is that our guards have gotten pushed back into the pocket a little bit too much. But the ball's been out quickly, and it hasn't really affected too much yet. So far, so good with the offensive line. All right, empty backfield set. We're good. Oh, what? Why didn't you throw that, Jacoby? You look this way. He's wide open. You don't like this? You don't like that? I mean, I don't know what more you want. Is this third down? Maybe it's third down. Third down and we have to get to the sticks. Jeez Louise. If it's third down, then throw it and beat the cover two. This is a great call. Like, you have the corner screwed, right? The corner is either going to stay low and leave this open, or he's going to stay high. Like, you have the look you want. Pick one and go. I mean, Diami still has got to make the catch, but I don't know what he's not seeing here. Like, if you think if you think this is a cover two corner and the cover two corner is going to stay here, like, you look at this and you don't like that, then you throw it here. Beat that safety into that little soft part of the cover two zone, And this is a first down the sideline. Instead, I mean, here's setting up Diami to get absolutely nailed here. I mean, Diami does make this catch. He's getting crushed. I mean, Diami's got to make the catch. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I just don't know what... Maybe it's the down and distance. But still, I would have thrown it right here. Bang. Hit it right into that soft part of the cover, too. Tough. Tough. Take a look at the offensive line. But Jacoby didn't like it. Diami does what he does best, not catching the ball. His route was 3 yards shallow of the first. Yeah. I mean, he wanted to throw it. That's why he's pumping that way. I don't know why he didn't pull the trigger. Second-guessed himself. Good protection. Yeah, I mean, this is good protection. I mean, look at that gap. That's the window you want to throw in, and that is wide open. This is cleared out by the guard. Nick Gates doing a good job keeping this man. I mean, it does get squirted out a little bit, but still, from this hat to this hat, he has all that room to throw to the left side that he wants to throw. I mean, that's good. I mean, Cosby's getting pushed a little bit at the end, but, I mean, he held up for the most part good. It's just Jacoby held on longer than he should have. Like, this ball should have been out. Right? I mean, Cosby's definitely getting pushed back too much, though. But this should have been out right here. Like, when he pump faked that, there's no reason to not throw that football. Look at that window. Tough. 29 of you in the chat. What's up, guys? 3 receivers to the right. Takes a snap. Quick throw over the middle. There's his man, Dax Milne. I thought Dax Milne was a little short here if we look at this, but I think they ended up giving him the first down here. So last play was just a second down. Good throw there by Jacoby. Looks like a little double under with the deep route here. Yep, double unders with the post. We had the same play in the playbook at college. You can either hit the first one. If you don't like the window, then you got this another one coming. Really like that. And looks like Jacoby did a good job just taking his couple steps. On the back step, boom, deliver it. Nice. Nice. I like it. Good stunt pickup here. Sam Cosmi covering, and then it's not really a stunt, I guess, but he ends up, so he faked outside and then went back inside. Cool, no problem. Nick Gates is going to clean that up. We have these two picking these guys on their stunts, of switching around. Good block there. And a double team on this guy who's just not going to get anywhere near the quarterback. This is great protection. I mean, as I said, it's really only the guards that are getting pushed back a little bit too much into the pocket. Other than that, nobody's losing their block. Nobody's just getting destroyed one-on-one. Really good blocking so far by this offensive line. Turner making tough catches, yep. That was Dax Milne who made that catch, though. Little run play here. Should just let it go to the... All right. Cosme getting to the second level. I mean, I already like the offensive line scheme way better in the run game with Eric Bieniemy. I'm really glad. Yeah, this is an outside zone. You see that? That's the big difference than the last play. You guys remember the earlier play? Remember I said that he kind of just like automatically, like he was right here last time, ready to go backside already. He's pushing the hole a little bit. Pushing the hole, making the defense commit to one way or the other. Also, if this guy does get held up by Jacoby at all, it creates this hole even bigger as you push everybody this way, and the hole gets even bigger on the backside if you want to cut it back. But this is much better executed here by Rodriguez, pushing it to the outside, and now he's going to cut it up. He likes this hole here. All right, now you put your foot in the ground and cut up, but your first couple of steps is forcing the defense to make some decisions. And again, I don't know if I like the hole that he goes. It's actually decent. It becomes really good. Yeah, I mean, overall, I have no hate on this play from Rodriguez. Rodriguez does a lot better job on this play than the last one. Pushed it outside, cut it up, hit the hole that he likes, and get a nice gain there on first down. And the offensive line doing a great job. This is exactly what, like, these two double teaming to get to the number 51 linebacker. Lucas has the outside defensive end. Cosme and Trent Scott have this defensive lineman up to this linebacker. Cole Turner's got the backside. Except, actually, no, they're faking the play action. So they're going to leave this unblocked with the play action. Make this guy respect this, because if he starts to overcommit, then you call the play action. Jacoby's just going to be wide open, and this guy's going to be way out of position. Jacoby could run or throw with a nice clean pocket. So they're letting Cole Turner get out on a route here instead of, which is also smart. Cole Turner, not known for his blocking. Why even put him into the blocking? Let's just use him as a decoy passer, make them respect the play action, and then if we want to call the play action later, perfect. But yeah, this is a great job here. Great double team, getting to 51. Cosme, exactly what I've wanted you to do in the past. You don't need to come back and hit this dude. You just keep your arm out there, setting him, making sure that he doesn't get too far to the outside to let Scott come up to clean this block, and then you're going to get up to the linebacker, which is exactly what he does. He's already looking at the linebacker. Sadiq Charles gets off his double team and looking to the linebacker. This is textbook blocking here. Textbook by the offensive line. And this is like what was so frustrating last year. The same play with Scott Turner's offense, these two would just stay on this block forever. And same with these two. And nobody would block the linebackers. It was so frustrating to watch last year. Nobody would do it. This year, it's already being embedded in them, and it's already being executed so much better. He goes with a cut block here. I probably would have just rather you just take this guy for a ride instead of cutting, because now you're not going to really make the block, and he's going to be able to get off the block. But still, like, you just go and clean this up. Nick Gates is going to make this guy, or not even Nick Gates is making him do anything. Nick Gates is just staying in front of his man. He's doing his job. But Rodriguez forcing the issue to the outside is forcing the defensive lineman to overcommit to the outside, making this hole even bigger. So if Cosme just gets a push here, Scott maintains this block, this hole even gets bigger. And instead, I mean, honestly, I guess it was a really good cut block. I'm hating on. I still would have rather him just take him for a ride, but 49 actually did not get in the play. It was the backside dude that gets back into the play and makes it. But still, I love that by the offensive line. Already so much better just in the design, let alone we have more talent at the guard spot other than Andrew Norwell and Trey Turner. Those guys stunk. We have more talent there with Cosme and Sadiq. They're also just being taught better. Love it. Love it. All right. Play action. Now we're hitting him with the play action, rolling outside. Nothing's really there. Get a couple of yards with Cole Turner making the catch. Gotten here late. Glad you're doing them live again. That way I can make fun of you saying last names. Exactly. Exactly what I wanted to see. Glad you're back. Yeah, I mean, it's just good coverage by the Bengals here. There's really nobody open on any of this. Not really fooled by the play action at all. This linebacker actually does, but you don't really attack that spot that he leaves. Ooh, you had him. Oh, Jacoby, you had him. Oh, why didn't you already throw this ball to this spot? You're holding on to it forever. I was wrong. This is not great coverage. This is just a miss. I mean, yeah, your first look is here, but you don't like it because you see this. Your second look probably is on the outside. I mean, you could have thrown this as well if you wanted it, but then your third look should be back here. I mean, he does look at him. Throw it! He's wide open! Throw it, Jacoby! What are you holding onto the ball for, Jacoby? Why are you holding on to this ball? You're looking right. You just turned your head to look at him, and then you don't throw it. Tough, man. Tough. Take a look at the backside. You may even see it better. Look at all that green grass. I mean, he looks at the outside receiver, and now he looks at this receiver. Hit him! Hit him! I mean, what more of a window do you want in the NFL? You got to get it over this linebacker in front of that safety. You make the throw right out here, and this is a catch by Pringle. Ugh. Right. Now he looks at him. Just throw it right there. Just throw it right out here. It's actually really good coverage by the Bengals defensive linebacker. I see it now, what he sees of like, he thought the linebacker could get there. He does do a good job of getting back into the throwing lane. But I want to throw it over top of him. I don't want to throw a dart. I want to throw it over top of him. Put a little loft on it. But you don't throw it. You don't make the decision. Now throw it underneath. Man, oh man. You live for another play, though. You don't throw the pick. It's fine. All right. Ooh. Somebody unblocked. Safety unblocked. Where did 35 even come from? Is he the corner? Yeah, he's the corner. Yeah, he's not going to be blocked. What up, Antoinette? How you doing? So Charles is supposed to get to that outside guy apparently on here because Cosme getting to this linebacker. Yeah, they're not blocking this linebacker here. This is a really good play by number 35. I mean, he just darts in here. Yeah, I don't think this guy is blocked, number 35. And I don't know how many guys would actually cut into that hole that hard. This is that's a nice play by 35. That is a nice play. I mean, Charles, you just have no chance of getting there when he darts in like that. Like, I don't really blame Charles here. Yeah, that's some good defense there by 35. Sometimes the defense steps up and makes a play. You know what I'm saying? Oh, nice run by Chris. He's a tough dude, man. He just puts that shoulder in his chest and moves him. But he's doing the thing again. All right, let's look at this. So this time we're going to the right side. Again, we're going outside. Like, why are we immediately wanting to cut it back? I'm not sure why he's not pressing the hole again. Tim, are you okay with the 53-man roster? I did go over that at the beginning of this one, so if you want to go back and watch my full thoughts, but I mean, overall, I'm fine with it. I didn't see anything really egregious. Yeah, I don't like this by Rodriguez here. Just going straight up the middle with when your blockers are going to the outside seems odd. But he does what he does best, put his shoulder into the defender and get a couple extra yards. Oh, Dax. Come on, Dax. Skirt. If you're scared, say you're scared. If you're scared, say you're scared. Dax Milne didn't want that smoke. Three receiver blitz. Nice pickup. It's just batted. Good coverage on the back end by the Bengals. It didn't look like nobody really got open. Oh, he does kind of beat him. Ooh, never mind. That was a decent route, actually. Saw it at the end. It looked like he was covered, but... Ooh, yeah. He was trying to get it out there to him. Yeah, the only reason it was more covered than I thought it was because he slowed down at the end. But, man, we do a good job of picking up this blitz. Just didn't get those hands down. Look at that stunt inside. Picked up nicely. Lucas. Good block on the outside here by Williams. These guys in front of their dude. This was one-on-ones across the board, and we won pretty much every single one of them. Just Lucas let his hand get in there. Lucas does get pushed back a little bit too much here. He maintains a good block, except he just gets pushed back into the pocket a little bit. Game of inches, man. Game of inches. All right, now we're on to the defense. Holy smokes, this is the best O-line blocking here in 5 years or more. Yeah, I mean, overall, PCC, I agree. This has been really good blocking. And that first drive, I really don't... As I said, the only things were like some small things is that they're just getting pushed back a little bit, but understanding their assignments, blocking the stunts, everybody's on a hat. Nobody's just getting destroyed off the line. I like it. Ooh, nice cutback. See, okay. Watch this. From the Bengals side. So they're running an outside zone as well. Watch him. You see how he is way outside here from where his initial starting spot was like here. He is pressing the hole so much that these linebackers have to get all the way over here, which sets up these blocks easier for the back end, right? And then he cuts back. Because this Two-Hill has to respect this. These guys, everybody's trying to over pursue to the outside because they think it's going outside. Then you come back and look at that hole because the linebacker's way out of position here. Way out of position. But Rodriguez was wanting to cut back so fast that was holding the linebacker here, and it's making it tougher on that offensive lineman to block the backside. And Chase Brown doing a much better job there. He's a rookie that I wanted, honestly. I really liked him coming out of college, out of Texas. He's actually a really good running back. He just was overshadowed by Bijan. So that was Castro Fields on the coverage. Yeah, Jack Del Rio, man. That's Jack Del Rio for you right there. Jack Del Rio. You're playing off the ball, and you just take your eyes off the quarterback, and your hips go to the outside. You're just asking to get beat on these comeback routes several times. Like, this is exactly that Emmanuel Forbes got beat by it last week. Who was on the other side? I think St. Juice was not playing. He was hurt. Wild Goose? Yeah, I think it was Wild Goose on the other side. He got beat by the same thing, and now Castro Fields is getting beat by the same thing. It's just how they're coached, and I hate it. See it several times. Good defense here. Looking from the backside. Khalik, well done. This is why he made the team. Pulling guard, meets him in the hole, throws him off of him, and then makes the tackle. That's a nice play by Khalik. Love to see that. Ooh, Two-Hill. That's a block and a half right there by that big boy pulling. Yeah. Cleek Hudson trying to blow that up. Yeah, he does beat the tight end inside. Forces Brown a little bit more outside than he wanted to, running into his own guy. Does Tuhill end up making that tackle? Is he in? Is he the one that's in on that tackle? Yeah, he is. Tuhill getting off the block, which is nice. That initial block by that lineman was good, but he didn't stay on it. Pass rush getting better, or must get better. Yeah. Hopefully, with our premier edge rushers, they do. All right. Going. Oh, what a back shoulder throw. That's a heck of a throw there. That is a heck of a throw by Browning. Hence why he is the backup here in Cincinnati. I mean, this is pretty good coverage here. That is pretty good coverage. He was getting his head around and everything. That's just perfect ball placement. It's tough on Castro Fields on that one. That was tough. Ridgeway almost got there. Come on, Ridgeway. He was so close to beating this guard here. I mean, no, he did beat him, but he almost got there. The ball's out just a little too quick. That ball hole is held a little any longer. He's getting crushed. What a throw by Browning. Chase Brown. Ooh, spinning off tacklers. It's actually pretty decent defense here. Anderson in a good spot. Toa forcing him back. He loses contain on the backside here. And Christian Holmes, he does make the tackle though. And it makes sense. Christian Holmes does have to get back over here probably if anything does happen. But yeah, it's like 48. It's like almost I'd rather you keep contained. Or is it Burgess that needs to keep contained on the outside? It's really good defense though. You just got to make that tackle if you're Anderson. Got to make that tackle. Pass rush must get better. Cleek Hudson and the gang will finally step up and will have excellent LB play this year. I feel it. Vibes. Fair enough. Khalek's played well in this preseason. I like it. Is this even man or is it zone match again? I think it's zone. Yeah, definitely zone. Some guys are almost playing it like it's man-to-man. I don't know. He actually is like almost manned up, isn't he? Is this like full-on man with like some guys getting doubled? Like there is no zone here? It's like it's a zero? I guess it's almost like a zero coverage, like a zero zone actually. It's like everybody's manned up and even doubled. Yeah, I guess it's actually a man. Martin actually pretty good coverage there. That's good. We've been hating on Martin quite a bit. But this is pretty good coverage. Right with his man. Just neither of these two get over to Erickson. Or I wasn't going to say Erickson because I think that was who used to play him. Small white guy number 11. But it's actually Taylor now. Ooh. Oh, James Smith-Williams. The ball is just out too quick. James Smith-Williams beats him to the quarterback. Oh, nice little shake and bake. Oh. Coverage, man. The coverage on the back end yet again. Not letting the pass. I mean, that's 2 QB hits we had on this drive. 2 of them. But the ball's out within, what, 2 seconds? Like, seriously, how long is the ball out? 1001, 1002. And yeah, he's getting rid of the ball right after 2 seconds. And it's like, The pass rush doesn't have time to get there. Got to have a better coverage that on the back end. Brown punching it through the middle. This was for a first down. Yeah, Mayo being a little bit too passive here. He doesn't really force the issue. He's kind of just like dancing around here. Like, get in there, man. Force it. Instead, now you're in Burgess's way because you're getting destroyed, and now there's no lane for Burgess to run into. Like, if you just blow this up, I mean, it's 3rd and short. Get in there, man. Blow it up. Yeah. Freaking Mayo. All right. Takes a snap. Hand off. Ooh, Kalik! There's Leak. What a play by Kalik. And he's calling everything. Like, he's masterminding the defense back there. He's orchestrating. Look at this. Look at these arms moving. And just immediately knew the play, blew it up, destroyed Brown before he even got a chance to get anything going. Takes a snap. Good defense over here. Nobody's open. So oh, that's right. Here's the touchdown left wide open. So who is this on? Let's try to diagnose what this play call is here. I mean, this has got to be on him, right? Is it Burgess? It's got to be on Burgess here. Or is he supposed to... Is Quan supposed to drop into this zone? Like, who's this zone? Shoot, man. It's easier to tell, like, who has the deep one over on this side, but since they switched it at the last second, was this Quan supposed to go back into this area? Yeah, because he's, like, focused in down here. Yeah, this might be on Quan. Quan, like, just hanging out in the linebacker role, but... Because he's focused on this guy pretty much the whole time. This has got to be Quan's zone. Has to be. Quan with another huge mistake. He's looking at these two. Why are these two debating it, though? Maybe it's not on Quan. These two... never mind. I know what happened. I know what happened here. There was a man-to-man switch on this side. So they were playing zone on this side, but for whatever reason, they decided to play man-on-man. Or this guy thought it was man-to-man, I guess. Because he told him to back up. And if it's man-to-man, Christian Holmes has got to stay with him? Because he's basically right here with him. I don't know. This seems like zone. I think it's on Burgess. I really do. That's not on Quan. It's the inside guy. Yeah, I think it's on Burgess. This, to me, because like they're debating it, and he's pretty much solely playing zone. Everybody else is in zone. The only one eyeing up a man right now is Burgess. And I think it's got to be on Burgess. It's on the inside guy, yeah. Especially with how they looked at each other at the end of that play. Yeah, these two... Nobody's looking at Quan saying, hey, why aren't you back here? They're looking at each other like, hey, what's going on? Why'd you leave this guy open? So he thought it was man-to-man when everybody else thought it was zone. That's on Burgess or Holmes. I actually can't tell. I think it's on Burgess because everybody else is playing... Everyone on the field was playing zone except for one person. It's got to be on the one person. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. We didn't get a return here, did we? No, we did not. All right. Nice! Byron Pringle getting off this real quick. Zone defense. Yeah, zone, finding a hole, gap in the zone. Love to see it. Good quick decision there by Jacoby, not even having the offensive line really be a factor. Pringle doing a good job getting open quickly and finding the football, making the play. Chris Paul has now entered the game. All right, so here's the backups now. So we have Stromberg in the game. Stromberg. Little tap here, go and help. He's a high IQ football player, seriously. He's going to be in the right spots. Is he athletic enough? That's going to be to be determined. He's got to get in the gym, make sure he's strong enough, and things like that. He is just a rookie, but I like his IQ when I watch his film. All right, here we go. Handoff up the middle. Not a lot here. Not a lot there at all. We do get a decent push, though. Like, the original line of scrimmage is the 35. Like, he's not really running into anybody until about 1.5 yards down the field, so we're at least winning it. We're not getting pushed backwards. It's not great push, but decent, you know? Let's take a look here. A little double team. Pulling guard. Yeah, Braden Daniels, man, he is terrible, in my opinion. Braden Daniels needs to come and just waylay this. He needs to create that hole way more. You're being way too soft. Like, this is a down block that needs to... You are an eraser. You need to erase this entire thing so that Chris Paul has an area to pull into. But instead, you're just... You're not doing enough here. Like, you get your big butt out of the way. Get your big butt out of the way. Another thing is that John Bates... I'm not liking what he's doing here. So, John Bates decides to take this in man on the line of scrimmage, which is fine. And I'm sure that's the play call. It's almost better against this front since it's almost impossible to keep this guy out of the hole for a tight end against a defensive end. Like, a tight end should not be winning this matchup. Just you never should be winning. So against this front, I would almost rather say, hey, Bates, you just get up to the linebacker, ignore this guy completely, and then that now becomes Chris Paul's guy. Right? Because we do have a 4 down lineman and 3, so we have a 7-man box here. And you really only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. Dax Milne's supposed to be on his guy here. So I guess you can say it's a 6 on 6. But yeah, it's almost impossible to ask John Bates as a tight end to block this defensive end from getting him get inside here. And like, he's not in a good position to just down block him either. It's because it's almost like he's got to wait a second to then let him get inside, then to clean him down. So it's a very hard block here, head up, to get him where you want to go without just holding him to take him there. Yeah, like, because now you're just ending up in the... Because you need to push him this way to create this hole, or you got to push him this way. And in this spot, you're just pushing him backwards, and that's just not the play. You know? So I would rather John Bates just ignore the end man on the line of scrimmage, act like you're just going for a route, and then get to this linebacker, and then Chris Paul can just trap this guy out. Because then it's a much easier block for Bates to maintain this wall. So like 1, 2, 3, 4 are creating a wall. I can't draw on this. I wish I could. But he's blocking here. These two are going to double team to this linebacker. And then John Bates needs to help create this wall. So these guys are just basically like a swinging door to create this doorway to that opening. And then Chris Paul can come and clear out this way. And then that hole opens up right here. But there's no hole to speak of. And it really is because John Bates is just never making this block here. That's just never... And it's not his fault. Like, I don't think there's a tight end in the NFL that's going to make this block, right? I'm not hating on Bates specifically. It's just tight ends are not supposed to block defensive ends one-on-one. Like, defensive ends should destroy tight ends almost every time. And it's not even like a bad block. It's just a rep that you're like never going to win. All right. Play action. Oh, he thought about going deep. Honestly, good coverage here. There's really not much there. Tim, did you hear Ron Rivera told his wife if he knew Sam was going to be good, he would have started him, especially in the Cleveland game? Yeah, I did hear about that. I mean, that's fine. I mean, this is exactly why Scott Turner got fired. Because Scott Turner, I'm sure, was the one telling Ron that he's not ready. He's not ready. He's not ready. And I'm sure that's exactly what was happening. And Ron, who is a delegator, he trusts who he hires to make decisions, trusted Scott Turner, and yeah, that's exactly... I mean, I said, as soon as Carson Wentz got hurt, I never wanted to go to Taylor. Never wanted to go to Taylor. Because I knew Taylor wasn't the future. So as soon as Carson got hurt, and I wanted to go straight to Sam Howell, give him as many reps as possible to see what he has. And Scott Turner's a dingbat and thinks that Taylor Heineke's good enough to win games, which, I mean, or he can win some games, but he's not taking you anywhere. So it's just is what it is. Turner gone, Howell grew, we got EB. Yep, it works out. Everything works out in the end. So yeah, he thought about going deep here, but I think that's Diami, and Diami just doesn't win the rep. I mean, good defense here. You'd like him to find the dig route here. Let's see, does he have time? Yeah, he does. Come on, man! Jacoby is missing things, dude. Jacoby is missing things. Also, we just traded for Dustin Hopkins. Was he good for y'all? I mean, Dustin Hopkins has a leg. Dustin Hopkins can kick from far. But for whatever reason, Jay Gruden was scared to use him. So when he was when it was 53 yards or longer, we just refused to kick field goals. And I don't know why, because Dustin Hopkins definitely had the leg for it. No, it was Ron's fault. He has tape of him saying he didn't know how good Sam was, so he didn't pay any attention to him running the scout team. Yeah, because he's not I mean you can say it's Ron's fault. I mean, obviously it's Ron's fault. 100% it's Ron's fault. 100%. Right? I 100% agree, because you should never have trusted Scott Turner. I agree. He should have gone in. Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. Obviously, he did not look into Sam Howell. He's a defensive guy. So he decided that he's going to hire an offensive coordinator and let the offensive mind make the decision on the quarterback, right? That's what I'm saying in different words, is that Ron entrusted Scott Turner to make the determination. Scott Turner is a dingbat and thought that Taylor Heineke was better. And I guess because he decided he was playing for his job and he didn't want to rely on some rookie quarterback, even though hindsight 2020 is that was the only way to save his job, is to develop that. But yeah, no, I mean, I agree. Obviously, everything that happens with this team is Ron's fault. He's the head coach. He's the one that hires the entire staff. So if anybody on the staff messes up, it's on him. But I'm saying is that he relied on Scott Turner to make that call. But anyway, Jacoby. All right, I understand this is not there. Come back to this. Come back to this. Come on, man. These are Snyder era vibes, yeah. I'm glad because our previous kicker choked in preseason. Yeah, I mean, Dustin Hopkins just needed new scenery here because he was really good before he missed the field goal against Cincy in overtime, and then ever since that, he was in his own head, and then he just had issues, and Jay seemed to never really trust him again, and then he just couldn't really do anything here. Imagine Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison in the Cardinals. That's just gross. Play action. Yeah, it's like, go backside. Throw it. Who got beat on that one? Who was this? Was it Stromberg? Did Stromberg get beat? Yeah, Stromberg got beat here. Stromberg, hold your block. You actually did a decent job for a bit there, but just at the very end, you lose it. It's not bad, but continue to back up, maintain positioning, create that pocket, but instead what he does is he gets dead feet. You see he just quits moving his feet. Completely moving his feet. Just stops it. Right? I mean, technically his feet are obviously like move, but they're just stationary. They're not going anywhere. Just up, down, up, down, up, down. It's like you got to continue to move your feet, maintain the block. Because that little bit, if he is able to hold that block and Jacoby maintains a pocket, he would see Pringle going across the screen, even though he should have seen it anyway. Stromberg handed his man off and picked up a stunt. Yeah, the beginning of the block wasn't bad, but he didn't maintain the block. Go underneath, turns up. Yeah, I like it. Really nobody open anywhere. Maybe a little bit here, but this is wide open. Turns upfield, gets a first down. Love to see it. Was that Stromberg at guard or center? He was at guard. He's number 53. Stromberg's 53. Larson's 69. And Chris Paul is 75. So he's the guy at the right guard spot right now. Larson's the backup center. Not bad here. Looking at Stromberg's rep again. Yeah. Lets Larson pick up that. That goes and helps the tackle. Fine play. Jacoby looked bad in 2 games. Yeah, I agree. Larson did good work, yeah. 3 receivers to the left. Pumping. Coming to the inside. Caught by, is that Tremaine, number 19? Ball's out so quick. I don't know how bad the... Stromberg doing a good job staying in front of him. The one thing that's scary, though, is when your arms go to the outside like that, you're just asking to be called for a hold. But he stays in front of his man. Right here. Tacks. Doesn't get pushed back, but your arms on the outside, you're playing in hot water there, you know what I'm saying? Jacoby's decent, but he sometimes spends too much time in the pocket. Yep. Handoff up the middle. Man. Jacoby maybe should have kept that. Yeah, he's totally should have kept this. Come on, Jacoby. If you're going to run the RPO, you got to be able to run it sometimes. Like, this is the definition of the defensive lineman crashing into the hole. Like, there's nothing here for Williams. Like, Jacoby keeps this, and then he's one-on-one with his linebacker, cut it up. Like, you gotta make something happen here with Jacoby. I mean, you're setting up Williams for nothing. We can look at the offensive line anyway, though. Do we have a pulling guard here? Is this power O or zone? Okay, this is power. Okay. Yeah, this was what we called right 32. Right 32. 2 pulling guards. Or right 34, rather. No, right 34. Because 44 was just the pulling guard. 34 was the pulling tackle on this as well. But yeah. Scott playing left tackle here. So with power, your goal should be to run up the middle here. And Chris Paul is slowing down where he should not be slowing down. You're supposed to just smash the D end to move him out of the way, and that way Scott can cut it up here and go up to the linebacker, but instead he goes to the outside, which is kind of odd in power. Like, you're not doing anything on the outside. We're going up the middle. Like, you need to create that hole here. And again, are we having the tight end block the defensive end again? No, this is better. Okay, good. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. This is like how I would rather run this, is that the tight end just get to the linebacker and then clean this out, and then he needs to just run up the middle and clear this out, but Scott is not doing a good job. But it doesn't matter. Like, if you're not blocking the end man on the line of scrimmage, then it's definitely a RPO. But maybe it's not RPO, and if it's not RPO, then how are you running power O and not blocking the backside? It's got to be RPO. If you're not blocking the backside, then this is RPO. Like, Jacoby needs to keep this and run it. It just is what it is. Tim, you think EB will have running plays for Sam? I don't know if like design running plays as far as like full on like he is like the primary runner, but RPOs 100%. I feel bad for the people that drafted Jonathan Taylor in fantasy. He's not playing till another 4 weeks. Why do you say that? Did he get hurt, or is it literally because his trade situation is a disaster? Jacoby is decent, but at times yep. In my 14th season on my Redskins franchise mode in Madden, I just won my 7th Super Bowl. So the Redskins have now have 10. I'm the greatest owner ever. There you go. Only deep in the red zone, Chiefs trickery style. That's what I think. Yeah, I don't know how many of like he's like the primary ball carrier, but there'll definitely be some RPOs with him. He's still on PUP, physical unable to perform with Taylor's. Oh, interesting. All right, takes the snap, scanning the field. All right, we got to look at the coverage. I was looking at Jacoby. He definitely held on to it. Was it a coverage sack? Yeah, I mean, not a lot of here. Really good coverage here. Ooh. No, he's got to throw it at the inside there. I mean, that's open at the NFL. Right here. I feel like you got to throw it right there in the middle. You got to throw it early to make sure that he beats him to the spot, but yeah, I don't know if this defender's getting a hand in there. If he does, fine, but it's still not at least it's not a sack. Maybe the defender gets a hand in there, but still it's not a sack though. You give him a chance. I like that opportunity with Diami. But that's his only chance. Everybody else was covered pretty well here. Looking at the offensive line. I mean, it's pretty decent. Scott loses late, but he has plenty of time to... Oh, yeah, this is a good angle to see. Was there enough separation to throw this football? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else you can ask for but to throw it right here. Yeah, I mean... Come on. Man, is it me or are our receivings running crisp routes and getting open often much better than last year? Yeah, I mean, our receiving core is definitely deep. Could you imagine if we win 7 Super Bowls in 14 years under Harris, immediate Hall of Fame for Harris? Oh, yeah, that's nuts. If anybody did that, that's a 50% chance of winning the Super Bowl. I mean, we're impressed by Tom Brady just being like, for a long time, like he was in 50% of Super Bowls that in seasons he played. And that's already impressive, let alone winning 50%. A lot of dig and dunks or deep plays for Sam. Oh, there'll be a good. Obviously, a majority of it will be quick game, quick throws, but there'll definitely be opportunities for deep throws. Play action, rolling to his left. Good tackle by Martin. Oof, Martin is just on the whole other side of the field. What happened here? So we see zone. If it's no, it's man to man, and it's a good play design. Martin has to get through all of this trash to pick him up on the backside. It's a good play. That's like a play that you would rather have zone called against, but man to man, I mean, almost nobody's getting there. That's just. I mean, Quan does a good job to even just get there to make the tackle immediately to make sure it's only a 5-yard gain instead of a 15-yard gain. So I'll take it. Every success was mostly dig and dunk. Yep. Jerry Jones got in and he only got 3 early in his ownership. I don't know why the Pats let go of Bailey Zappi. Really? Zapp's available? Oh. I would take him over Jacoby right here, right now. I like Zapp. Good play, good tackles. Nothing going for them. Just outside zone. Little pitch. James Smith-Williams. Little over pursuit. But this is good. I mean, one blocker, 3 defenders. We got to win that, and we do. So good job. Good job, Christian Holmes. The Pats cut all their QBs except Mac Jones. That's nuts. I like Zapp. Give me some Bailey Zappi. I'm not kidding. I like Zappi. High IQ football player. Christian Holmes got beat on the double move here. Bad. Got beat on the double move. Bad. Yeah, that's that's a pass interference all day long, every time. Think Terry starting opening day? I can only cross my fingers. I am not a doctor. I have no clue what the extent is, but I know Terry's gonna play if there's any chance. Like if there's any chance for go, he's gonna play. He ain't one to just want to sit around and let me nurse this thing back to health for 3, 4, 5 weeks. No, he's gonna want to get on the field, especially now that he has a QB that he likes. Come on. Talk about put your foot in the ground and make a quick cut in the hole here. That's nice running. I like him, man. When was Chase Brown drafted? He was probably drafted in like the 5th round or 4th round or something. When was he drafted? Fifth round, 163. I'm not kidding. I would have taken this guy over. I would have taken him over. What's his name? KJ. I would have taken him over KJ Henry. We traded up for KJ Henry too. Yeah, I would have stood pat and took Chase Brown. We wanted a running back anyway. I think he's better than Rodriguez, and oof. I'm at the point in my franchise where majority of players are now computer generated. Nice. Martin looked better in this game. JDR's system isn't easy for first year DBs or any position. Fair. I'd rather him sit a couple weeks than be rushed back. Yeah, well, it's up to him. I thought they were gonna roll with Malik Cunningham. Who's they? Who has Malik Cunningham anyway? Did the Patriots didn't draft Malik Cunningham, did they? No way. Nice play. Is that Mayo? There you go, Mayo. Earlier in the game, I talked about how he didn't attack. Watch him this time. There, see? He didn't do that on a play earlier that ended up turning into a first down. He blows this up, and this time he even makes the tackle. I don't know where the flip... Who is this? Jeremy Reeves, I don't know where you're going. Why are you going so far outside? But yes, this is what I wanted to see out of him. Attack, boom. Then you make the tackle. What do you... Like, is this man-to-man defense or something, or what? Let me go back to the... Was this man-to-man? Is he going here? Okay, it's man-to-man, so Jeremy Reeves was going to the tight end. Okay. Patriots, they cut him. Wow, all right, fair enough. Great play there by Mayo. Blow it up, baby. Blow it up. Malik Cunningham was undrafted. Wow. Yeah. Jeremy Reeves just getting destroyed by a tight end real quick. What in the world? Why did he hesitate? Why did Jeremy Reeves flinch like that? What was that? It's not even like he ran like an intricate route. Like, what was that hesitation? This dude was good. I liked Hudson. What did Hudson make the Bengals? Bengals 53. If he's available, I'm cutting Hodges today and going and getting Hudson. Hudson looks strong all game. Tight end. They didn't. This is this year, right? August 29th. They didn't keep Hudson? I liked him all game. I would go get Hudson, cut Hodges immediately. Did I say Samuel earlier? I meant Hodges. I would cut Hodges immediately and go after Hudson in a heartbeat. I liked him a lot. He had some concentration catches. I don't know what he is as a blocker, but I mean, you could see here the speed just to run away as a tight end from a safety, and Reeves is there. Nice hands catch. Bounces off a tackler. Yo, give me Hudson. They cut Hudson. That surprises me. Did he get hurt or something in this game at some point? Wow, I liked him for sure. Cut Logan Thomas immediately. Have you all see those salary cap numbers for the next year, 2 years? My God. Yeah, we paid him too much money, in my opinion. I didn't like that contract a long time ago. Khalik Hudson making more plays. There you go, Khalik. Like Kuntz deep backup is what we're looking for, so give me the huge upside guy. Dude, Hudson is not bad, dude. I like Kuntz too, but I like Hudson. I would take for sure. I actually wouldn't mind cutting Logan and Curtis and getting Hudson and Kuntz. Then you have Cole Turner, John Bates, Kuntz, and Hudson. I think that's a better tight end room than we have currently. I like it. Look at F.A. Obata. The spin move outside. I like this spin move. This is something I would do. I do this kind of stuff in like pickleball all the time or whatever. Like instead of putting your foot in the ground and just turning towards the running back, you just keep your body momentum, spin around, and get in the play. Love it. I mean, he was there to make the play if Khalik Hudson doesn't. But I like that by him too. Young tight end room with tons of promise. Yeah. Dude, I'm serious. Where is this Hudson? Did anybody sign him? Hudson tight end Bengals. Did he get signed by somebody? Tanner Hudson. He's 28 years old, so he's not even young. Really? What college did he go? He started his career as quarterback in... He's a quarterback. Oh, so he's another Logan Thomas. He's literally another Logan Thomas. So you're just replacing Logan with a younger Logan. How old is Logan, actually? Before I say that, Logan Thomas. Is he the same age? He's got to be in his 30s, right? No, he's 32. So yeah, you're basically replacing Logan with a younger Logan. Does he have the same injury history? Yeah, I don't know what Tanner Hudson's injury history is. It's a fair point. Maybe he's a... Dude, and he's a kicker, and he's a quarterback, and he's a punter. Dude, anything happens to Tressway or Joey Sly, just send him in, baby. Sorry, I'm missing plays now. All right. This looks like a good play. Let's look at this bad boy. All right, so we got outside zone to the right. Get up to the second level. Is he a Super Bowl champion? Oh yeah, when the Bucs won the Super Bowl, he was there. Fair enough. That's funny. See, I hate this. I just don't like this at all. He did the same thing last year, and Larson, it would tick me off all year. I mean, this time it worked out good. Obviously, this time it worked, right? Because the backside did such a good job of getting their block. Chris Paul does a heck of a job here. This is a great block by Chris Paul. Great block. And he got up to the second level immediately. Like, just look at this. This is what I hated about Larson, okay? Look at the difference here, right? Between these two and these two. Larson is looking to go hit 97. Why? Look at what Scott's doing. He's not going to look at hit 53. He's getting up to the second level. He's going up to 50 and immediately getting the block. Why isn't he doing the same thing of going look at 47 where he is. You don't need to hit him here. Like, hitting him here is so unnecessary. You end up disengaging their block completely, right? And I even saw it last year where he literally hit this guy so hard it put 97 upfield, and this guy didn't block as well. The backside was what, Trey Turner, Norwell probably. And then he tries to cut it outside, and 97 just gets blocked directly into the running back. Just ignore this. This is not your block, because guess what? If 97 cuts back inside, Chris Rodriguez is going to go outside. If he tries to commit to outside, Chris Rodriguez is going to put his foot in the ground and go up. The beautiful thing about outside zone running is that the defender can't be correct. That's the beautiful thing. It's all about positioning of your offensive lineman, right? If the offensive lineman just forces them outside, awesome. That creates cutback lanes. If the guy tries to over pursue inside and hold his ground inside, awesome. That allows the outside of the running back. But instead, you punch this guy out here, and sometimes you don't even locate the linebacker, because what if the linebacker just went inside this hole, right? Now you're blocking nobody. So you pushed him outside, and now this hole's gapped up, and you pushed him outside, so you can't go out and you can't go in because he's unblocked, and now you're blocking nobody. Scott does such a much better job here to get up to the linebacker, and now you're making a beautiful block on the linebacker. Now, in this case, 47 just doesn't do a good job, and he just runs right into the block, so he makes it look good for Larson, but I hate this concept from Larson. I hate it. Put a hand on the shoulder and move upfield. Exactly, bud. Exactly. Tim, did you get a new setup from last year? Yes, I moved in with my grandmother, so I'm at her house now. By the way, I got Jeff Fisher as your head coach and Hugh Jackson OC and Greg Williams at DC. Somehow win Super Bowls. Yeah, that's not very good. Redskins, obviously, because you got Greg Williams making bets to go full-on offensive players. Yeah. What's up, Tim? Changed back to the old format already, huh? Yeah, there was comments in the that made a lot of sense, that the back and forth engagement with you guys is really the fun part. I need to make it so that I can cut it up still, and I will have a secondary video. I'm probably not ready to do that with this film yet, because just everything going on. My wife, I want to have her like edit some of my videos and stuff, but she just does not have time right now to learn a whole new software with everything going on in our lives, and so I don't really want to. We talked about it. She said she's willing to do it. It's just I don't want to pressure her right now with just everything else going on. So right now it's just we're sticking with this format for now, and then we'll figure out something later for people that want like just the meat and potatoes instead of the back and forths and stuff like that. But yeah, how does Norwell survive the cuts? I have no idea. But anyway, I just hate this idea by Larson, and that's something that Scott Turner taught him a lot, and John Matsko, and I just don't like it. Handoff up the middle. And now we're running the football, huh? Oh, you know what? Let's go back to that play, actually. I'm curious. There's something I'm curious about. What does Cole Turner's block look like? Little cut block? Hey, it's enough. Wait, who's the flag on? What was the flag on that play? Oh, did Chris Paul end up getting called for holding here? Chris Paul ended up tugging at the very end. Oh, that's unfortunate. Nice running here by Rodriguez. I like this. B&B will beat it out of him. That's funny. Cole has been effective blocking all season. Yeah. All preseason, I should say. He didn't really do much there, Cole Turner. He kind of just got caught up in the wash here. Good job. Yes, Chris Paul. Love this. Exactly what you're supposed to do. So right here, they're double teaming this to 50. Your job is to hit this guy to help Larson make this block and then get up to 50. If 63 overcommits to your side, then Larson is going to help you get this block, and he's going to get up to 50. Like, if he just cuts immediately to the outside, just going that way, then that's how you guys are going to block it, which is fine. He's going to try to fill this A gap, so that means Chris Paul pushes him onto there, and he gets up to the linebacker. Beautifully executed. Now, these two have the same job here. To 97 to get to 47. Let's take a look at this side if they do as well of a job. Ooh, no, they're pulling the tight end. Okay, so never mind. So they're trying to get this guy to move upfield. Okay, so this is a great job on this side, but these guys have a different assignment based on how they want to run this. So this is a pulling tight end. So they're just going mano-y-mano, one-on-one. And Stromberg doesn't do a great job sealing it up. So when you want to do this kind of thing, your goal is to kind of be like a swinging gate to the outside, right? You can see here, he does a good job of just turning his hips, right? Never mind. He doesn't do a great job either. I feel like you want to try to coax them into going this way. And then you can have an easy seal block here to create this hole. Excuse me. Stromberg does fine. He does finish the block and throws him. And it ends up being a nice run play because I like the front side blocking better, but that's tough. Cole Turner tight end 1. So far, so true. Were there any surprise cuts from the team today? I didn't hear all who got cut. If you want to fast forward to, or rewind rather, to the beginning of the video, I go through the whole, or beginning of the stream, I go through the whole thing there on the 53-man roster, like the first 15 minutes of the video, of the stream, I should say. Swings it in here, the Cole Turner. Swing. Yeah, nobody else was really open. Good job, Jacoby, just getting it into somebody's hands because nobody was open there. The only thing I guess I was really surprised about it by the team is that they kept 7 receivers and only 3 running backs. But it's not a huge surprise because I think they're going to want to use Curtis as a running back sometimes. All right, Jacoby in the shotgun. Steps up, avoids the rush. Does he actually make that catch too? That's a great catch by Cole Turner and a heck of a throw by Jacoby. That is a heck of a throw. Good block by Larson. I did not like Larson at all last year, but this is a good block here. Chris Paul does a fine job here too. Nice, stands him up. Tries to jump, and yeah, that punishes him for that. Push him backwards. Well done. Wow, what a catch. That's good coverage there. Thomas is all over him, but Cole Turner makes a nice grab. I'll be to live Timmy in a few minutes. Sounds good, bro. Sounds good. Justice for Jared Patterson. No shocks me. I'm just disappointments. Yep. Play action. Steps up. Avoids the rush. And then finds his man downfield. And what a spin move. I love this by Jacoby. Oh, this is just amazing. I don't know who misses the block. We'll look at that from the end zone view. But man, oh man. That is awesome. It's Larson, because I hate Larson. As soon as I give him praise, he does immediately a bad play. But that is awesome by Jacoby. Keeping his eyes downfield, making the throw. Tinsley doing a great job to find a way to get in the end zone. Yeah, as soon as I praise Larson, Larson finds a way to disappoint me. I mean, he's just destroyed here. It's just terrible. The only thing he did good there is to not hold. Love that play from Jacoby, though. Big play. Big plays. Oh. Oh. Sorry, bruh. You got punished. What the heck was that by Patoa? It's like he tried to dive, but he just went straight to the ground. What was that by Patoa? Like, you're in great position here. Make the tackle. What is this play? What in the world am I looking at? Deep crosser, not a part of Scott Turner's offense. You're right, no kidding. Fire up the band. Yeah, exactly. Fired up, baby. But I guess I can't stop laughing at that dive. Oh, that's probably why he didn't make the team. Tinsley making the team. It's wide receiver 7. Yep. I mean, Myler comes in hot. And then you set up your boy Dejon Harris to get absolutely crushed. Okay. Chase Brown. This time, not a lot of running room, but enough for the first down. Hey, Tim, have you seen the Pig? Seen Pig the last couple of live streams? No, I haven't seen Dr. Pig in a minute, I feel like. Was he here the first stream? I haven't seen Dr. Pig in a minute. I'm not sure what he's doing these days. I'm sure he'll be here eventually. Yeah. Harris needs to get out there, man. Keep going into the gap. I'm not sure whose gap's supposed to be which one, but maybe Milo aggressive into the wrong. But I like that he just tries to blow this up, right? And it's like if Harris continues to run, like this is blown up, and he's gonna take this blocker out with him. Harris continues just to continue to sweep over there. Because if he goes backside, you're going to have other people there to clean up. but a little slow to the action. Pig was on stream for the game. He made one comment, and Tim missed it. Oh, cool. Good. I'm glad Pig was there. Yeah. It's crazy how many people are on the live streams these days, isn't it, Bod? During the games. It's awesome. Preseason games, we're getting like 200 live viewers. That's just insane. It's crazy. Do you think Washington should have kept Jake Fromm? No, I'm fine. How much does YouTube take from donations? I can Cash App if it's better. Yeah, I know. I have, I think it's like, they take a decent chunk, like 33%. And I should have my Cash App in the description below. Yeah, if you would like to support that way. Nobody takes anything from that on Cash App. So yeah, I definitely appreciate that for sure. The one thing is though, is it is kind of cool that you could put a chat with it instead of just sending it. But if you just are looking to support and you don't necessarily need to put a chat attached to it, yeah, then Cash App is definitely better for sure. Well, and I also have a Venmo in there also. But yeah, not quite the same as 12 guys. Yeah, exactly. Not quite the same. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I appreciate any support though, for sure. If you guys want to do the super chats, that's awesome too. But yeah, the Cash App technically goes more to me. Quick throw to the outside. Who was that one? Wild Goose. Wild Goose. Not really looking to attack very. I mean, he's in a decent position, but yeah, just like go make a play. You have help behind you. Because you don't even make the tackle at all. You just really don't do much at all there. Wild gone, yeah. Blitz. There is a little pressure. It's just, the coverage on the back end is just not there. Like, Tuhill does get a pressure here. And how fast, like, look at how fast, like, people are complaining about our pass rush, right? But it's like, how fast is the ball gone? 1001, 1002. It's like just barely over 2 seconds. Like, they're never holding it more than like 2.5 seconds. I swear. And it's like, we're closing in on them. Instead, they throw it, and it's Hudson again. I want Hudson, dudes. I want Hudson. The NFL made our bye week in week 3. The NFL trying to stop your boy from winning. In your Madden game. Good luck. Hopefully you get 8 out of 15. Oh, it's just pressures right there. And it's decent coverage. Just good back shoulder throw. And Hudson, dude. I like this Hudson kid. Did Vovolek make the team for the Ravens? Ravens 53. He was another guy that looked really solid. They did waive Travis Vokolek? He's another guy I would like. Vokolek looked good and Hudson looked good. Wow. There's some tight ends out there, boys. There's some tight ends. They also cut James Prochet. That's an interesting cut. Not that I think he's like all that great or anything, but they did draft him, I think, and they used him a decent amount lately. But they actually did waive him as well. Interesting. They also cut Melvin Gordon. Oh, Andrew Voorhees is on. No, wait. We knew Andrew Voorhees was going to be hurt to start the year, right? That was something that was going to happen when they drafted him. Did Antonio Mahi make a team? I liked him in the draft. I forgot where he got drafted. Antonio like Maji or whatever. Mafi, that's who it is. Antonio Mafi from UCLA. Patriots. Antonio Mafi, Patriots. So Patriots 53. Did he make the team? Patriots 53. You're not going to show the 53? Just sent you a $20 Cash App. Either pay you for your lives or an OnlyFans girl. Well, I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you so much. That's awesome. I really do appreciate the support. Did you put a note in there? Let's see. Go here. Love it. For support your channel. Thank you. Appreciate that. Mafi did make the team. Okay. Mafi did make the team. A lot of tight end / H-backs are available, right? Brandon Dillon looked better than Hodges. Yeah, I don't know why Hodges made the team. I wasn't super impressed. Play action. Steps up. Going deep. Oh, good coverage there by Castro Fields. Castro Fields all over it. Gets his head around there. Pokes it away. Little hand-to-hand combat, but you're allowed to do that as long as you're making a play on the ball. That time, no pressure. F.A. Obata just... I don't know what the heck that was by F.A. Obata. He almost got, flipped over here. Look at this. Yeah, that was not the best of reps there for F.A. Backs it up, goes to the left. Ooh. Hudson couldn't make that one, though. Was it a drop? Or was it an overthrow? Tim, I know it's a weird question, but does your dad live closer to Tampa or Miami? I would say closer to Tampa, but he doesn't really live close to Tampa at all. He lives on the ocean side. He lives way more closer to Daytona. Yeah, I think that was just overthrown. I don't think he could even get a hand on that. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. I don't know if he just didn't get his hands up in time or if it was just a little overthrown. Hard to tell from that angle. Yeah, you know McPherson's going to make that 58-yarder. That's a no-doubter. I wanted this kid bad from Florida. I was watching Kyle Trask film, and so I watched the full games, and I saw this dude kick, and I was like, oh my God, give me this dude. And then it's turns out to be, oh wait, he's the #1 kicker heading into the draft. It's got it. Makes sense. Makes sense why it looks so good to watch him kick. There's the kick. And caught. So this time it's going to be returned by Allen. Little dancing around, and he only got to about exactly the 25. So Jake from State Farm enters the game. Handoff backside. So I don't care too much now of the receivers. I'm really just gonna watch Stromberg on offense here. This is the guy I really want to watch. Yes, that's what I like to see. Look at that double team to the linebacker here. See, this is weird. So it's immediate backside again instead of trying to go to the front side at all. So they're just being coached that. So I guess, oh wait, never mind. This guy Paul just got beat, I guess. Yeah, it looks like Williams just sees a black shirt in the hole immediately. So, yeah, see, this is not a good block by Chris Paul. So it is an inside zone. So this is not the outside zone. This is an inside zone, and usually this means double team and get to the linebacker. But you gotta realize that you don't have time to set with where the linebacker's lined up. right? The linebacker's already shaded inside. If the linebacker was here, all right, now you double team to then get up to the linebacker here. But with the linebacker already this side, you need to just put one hand on here to allow Scott to get to this, make sure he covers the block, and then get up. But you put way too much effort into this block, and now that means you can't get to 50 at all. Yeah, like, see, you're taking a step the wrong direction here. You need to just go and get to this block way faster. And that's why. That's why that one fails. Tim, you don't realize how long 58 yards is until you see it from the 50-yard line. Oh, I completely realize how long it is. It's absurd. 58 times 3 is what? 174 feet? Good night. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Well, if we're going to trade up for Cheeseman, why not do the same for a kicker? Yeah, I would have loved. I mean, honestly, if we would have drafted Evan McPherson in the 3rd round, I seriously wouldn't have even been mad. I'm not even kidding. Like, I knew that guy was nasty from the beginning. And I think they got him in the 5th round, too. Evan McPherson. Like, we definitely should have taken him in the 4th, in my opinion. But actually, they may have taken him in the 3rd. When did they draft him? No, he was drafted in the 5th round. That's a steal. He was a dude. I knew from coming out, like, he was a dude that was. He was going to be the real deal. If we drafted him in like the 4th round that year, I'm not mad about it at all. But what are you gonna do? Do you see Justin Hopkins went to Cleveland? I did. Look at our boys here on the offensive line. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful by Stromberg, baby. Look at that pass off. Look at this. Pick up the stunt. Not fooled at all. Come on, Stromberg. He's the only one I care about watching now on offense. Like, is there anybody else on offense that you guys... I mean, all these other guys got cut. Right? Really, it's only the offensive line that matters now. Pulling two? Oh, golly. Look at that block. Oh, Stromberg. Getting me excited here. Come on. Look at this pull. Finds his man. Makes the block. Oh, that's textbook. Did you see Dustin Hopkins with the Cleveland? I did. On TV, it makes it look easy with the camera angles they use for field goals. Watching those 50-yarders from the side angle is crazy. Yeah, they're absurd. Play action. Oh. Yeah, this is where Casimir Allen just lost his marbles. Pull again. Clearing out ways. Stromberg got that mean streak. Yep. And we go back to him immediately, and he drops it again. So sad. Just watch a man just fall apart. Yeah, it's like he knows that that's his chance, and it's heartbreaking even just putting that out into words, just thinking about it. So sad for Casimir. I didn't watch my dude. My main man, Stromberg. Oh, State maintains, though. He got a little too top-heavy here with the punch, but he maintains and does a really good job. This was a good pick. I like this pick from Arkansas. Finally, a good O-lineman, right? I'm a fan of Stromberg. Stromberg is my main man. Yeah, we still have guys on defense that make the squad, so we'll still watch the defensive plays a little bit here. Like, James Smith-Williams still playing this deep into a preseason game. Pretty wild to me. And F.A. Obata. F.A. Obata. Even though I just don't really... I mean, Quan Martin is beat on this play again. I mean, he's just not very good in the slot. I mean, that's a nice route, but yeah, he's just beat again. Like, if this ball comes here, but the pressure's immediately in his face. Oh, not really, actually. I don't know. He just didn't like it. Got the first down anyway, so made it look good. Quan Martin with a nice hit here, but does he get beat again? Zone coverage. Okay, never mind. But zone coverage, but he's too, like, I mean, I don't know. Seems like he's very far back, like almost into Christian Holmes' zone. Like, this is not okay. Yeah, this is not okay. This is way too close for zone. Like, you should be here. Like, I know it's zone, but we play a zone match, and you should be here. Like, there's no reason to be this far back. Absolutely no reason. Like, this is Christian Holmes' area. Like, you should be here. This is not good cover. Quan Martin is struggling, dude. I mean, he makes a nice hit on this, but Quan Martin is not doing good in this defense at all. What up, James? What's up, Tim and Washington Nation? Hope tape looking. How's tape looking? I guess you meant to say. I think it's overall looking pretty decent. I really do. Things I like, things I don't. Quan Martin is struggling, though. Quan Martin's struggling big time. But yeah, I don't know how much more I'm going to go through this, to be honest with you. Was there any other plays that you guys can think of, like, later in the game that you would want us to go through and look at it? But that's just a heck of a play by Burgess there. But, like, overall, I mean, we're watching a bunch of dudes that are just not going to make this team. And my prediction, week 1, Washington 56-14, that'd be nuts. Quan struggling, we won't see him until next season, most likely, Jake. I mean, it's really not good at all. Good interception. I just kind of want to watch my boy 53. Like, that's the only guy I'm really interested in. 53. You know what? For that matter, also 62. I should be watching him more. He is our 4th round pick. I know he gets hurt at some point, but should be watching him too. This, I don't like Braden Daniels at all, man. I just don't. Like, why are you getting beat outside here? Your help is inside. You should never be getting beat inside here. Like, never. All your help is inside. Your guard, your running back, everything's inside. And you're getting beat outside. Like, I hate it. Stromberg was calling for the ball. Did you see that? Stromberg was like, pitch it, pitch it, pitch it. Look, he's like, here. Stromberg wanted a touchdown. Anything's better than Scott Turner, true. What up, Dibbin? Okay, here we go. Let's watch. Good grief. Oh, this must be one of those plays that are at the end of the half, right? Yeah, that's how we ended the half. Okay. I was like, why is this nobody around? We have a pulling tackle that's just, or pulling guard rather, that's just not blocking anybody. That's ridiculous. Does Stromberg play the next half? He does. Punch and move. I like it. Daniel's doing a better job. This time he does not get beat upfield. I'd love to see it. Yep, there you go. Doing a good job not getting beat up the field this time. He knows his help is inside. Learning. That's good. You're getting pushed back a little bit too much. Both, like the whole offensive line was getting pushed back a little bit too much there. But overall, good blocks. Everybody's in front of their man. Nobody's getting beat. Good block. Good block. Daniel's doing good. I like both of them on the outside there. Our 3rd round pick and our 4th round pick. Looking solid. Not a good block by Braden at all. Oh, it's not Braden. Oh, shoot. This is Angelou. Oh, shoot. This whole time it's not been Braden Daniels. I thought he was 62. Crap. Was he like 64 instead? All right. Never mind. We're only back to watching Stromberg. I mean, he's not getting push here, but this is a heck of a job to maintain this block. And his hands are in a good spot, right on the shoulder pads, just holding him up. I like that, man. I like that. I like that. I mean, he can maintain a block, man. He's doing a great job maintaining. Give this man a one-on-one with Chris Jones. He's winning. Let's go. That's practicing with freaking Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen all day, right? Come on. Good punch. I mean, this Stromberg's playing great. I'm very pleased with Stromberg's performance. Very pleased. Ooh, this time he got beat. Okay, finally we found one that he gets beat on. Little over commits to the outside. Did you see Patriot? Yes, I did. That's nuts. Am I the only one that noticed there were 224s for Washington preseason? No. Yeah, it was. Jarrett said that early on of like Antonio Gibson's out there on defense. Bro, I'm with you. Stromberg's a mean man. Yeah, I'm liking him, dude. For show. I wasn't watching him. I missed him. I went into my play-by-play mode of where I was watching the play instead of watching the ball instead of the man. Here we go. Get up to the linebacker. Oh, nice cutback by Patterson. So it ends up taking Stromberg out of the play, but that's the beauty about outside zone. Watch it from this end, right? It's about where the defenders go, and then your running back is going to make a decision. Like, you're making the double team here to then get out there. Good job by Paul to get up to the linebacker, and Jarrett Patterson cuts back, finds the little opening, and makes it happen. Stromberg's not blocking very many people there, but that's because he's doing his job, going to the outside like he's supposed to. But it's a cutback, and it is what it is. But the reason it got cut back is because there's an opening, and Jarrett Patterson made it look good. I mean, he's getting help a little bit, but for the most part, he was really just doing that on his own. That's a heck of a throw by Fromm. Dude, that's a heck of a throw by Fromm. Getting hit as he throws. Strike! Strike! That's a nice throw. That's just one-on-one until the end. Larson actually never makes contact with him, and Stromberg doing a great job. He was my favorite pick in this draft, Stromberg. I love this play. I love this play by EB. Bringing this from Kansas City. Stuff we just didn't see, and it's like, yeah, they don't communicate properly, so it's zone coverage, and they just don't communicate exactly who's supposed to get out here, and that's the beauty of using motion to your advantage. Scott Turner used a ton of motion, but he didn't use it to his advantage like this. Gets in the move, and now it's like not communicated properly, and he doesn't know to get out there. Wide open, and nobody's covering this either. So if you don't go here, this is wide open. So like somebody's open for a touchdown. Tremaine or Tinsley, one or the other, is open. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yep. All right. I think I'm going to call it there, guys. The last 27 minutes, we're going to be watching a ton of backups. But overall, I mean, what do we see today? And why it turned into the 53-man that we saw. I'll pull up the 53-man again, just in case you didn't see it. Yeah, it's interesting that they didn't keep Jonathan Williams. They didn't keep Jarrett Patterson. No Derek Gore. They only went with 3 running backs, which is definitely interesting to me. How many offensive linemen was that? 9? Yeah, 9 offensive linemen. Not shocking. So you had 2, 5, 12, 16. So 25 offensive players. That means 25 defensive players and then your 3 specials. So 25, 25, and 3 is what they decided to go with this year. Jartavius Martin is going to struggle for a bit. He is definitely on the bottom of the depth chart, in my opinion, on that safety spot. Not looking good in man-to-man, not understanding the defense pretty much at all. Yeah, he should be at the bottom, even though Jeremy Reeves is not necessarily the best next man up either. So Percy Butler, Cameron Curl, and Derek Forrest, definitely, hopefully they stay healthy so that they can get most of the snaps there. You have Khaleke Hudson, David Mayo, Jamin Davis, Cody Barton. David Mayo is meh, but I like Khaleke. And then Jamin and Cody are, 20 ranked. They're ranked towards the bottom of the league as far as the starting linebackers are concerned. But hopefully they play better than they are rated. Mitchell Tinsley did find a way to make this squad. Good for him. Dax Milne makes the squad. Fine. And then Byron Pringle makes it, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, I think the 53-man roster, I don't have really any gripes. I don't think they did anything really wrong. I don't remember anybody in preseason that I thought definitely should have made this team. Like, I would have probably kept Milo Eifler over Mayo just for upside, but I know that Milo Eifler definitely needs work as well. He's not a finished product, but he's more athletic, and I think there's some potential there. Or even Deshaun Harris, Dejon Harris, I think is more interesting than Mayo. Like, Mayo is a guy that I just do not want on this team. But I mean, if you cut Mayo, what I would probably do instead is probably just cut Mayo and go and sign a free agent linebacker. Are you streaming with JW tomorrow? No, we haven't brought that back yet. I still have so much to do with the house and things like that. I want to bring you the play-by-plays, and I want to bring you these film breakdowns. That's the content. Yeah, the content you're gonna get for the time being, and maybe some collabs with other guys if they call me on. But it takes prep time and things like that to make sure you got the topics in order, and I usually write a whole outline and everything, and just it takes me like an hour and a half usually before the show. So on top of that, just to prep and everything, and it's been a busy time in the life over here. But it's mostly good things. And it's not really complaining. It's just, you turn 30 years old, your life gets busy, man. Your life gets busy in your 30s. You're just working a lot. We bought a house without everything to do with it, and we're making progress with it. We are making progress, and that it's good to see. It's still got quite a bit to do, but we've done a lot. And we're doing it for a pretty dang good price overall. We're probably putting like $10,000 into this house. And since I'm doing a lot of it, or with the help of like my brother, my wife's done a lot of it too. I mean, the amount of work we're putting into it is probably, if you paid a contractor to do it, it's probably worth like $70K. And that's just an estimate I'm throwing out. And it really might not even be an exaggeration. Like, I mean, the quote I got for the flooring alone was like $19,000, which is just stupid. It's just ridiculous. $19,000 for just the flooring. I paid $2,400 for it, and I'm putting in myself, and it's going in just fine and saves a ton of money. But yeah, JW is holding out for more appearance fees, isn't he? You can tell us the truth. Yeah. Oh yeah, $10K for a house. Well, $10K is what I'm putting into the house. The house was definitely more than that, but it's what I'm talking about. Like, after we bought the house, this is what we put in to the house. But anyway, yeah, it's going well, but just busy. And I definitely am going to continue to put this stuff out, though. So the play-by-plays, we'll do the Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday nights, as well as the Commanders game, and then the film breakdowns on Tuesdays for sure, and then any other collabs that people ask me to do, I can go in there and have some fun. But yeah, Tim the Builder. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, all right, it was fun. I appreciate all of you hanging out with me tonight. And we'll continue to do the Tuesday breakdowns, and we'll do the whole game, obviously, throughout the regular season when all the stats truly matter and all that good stuff. We'll definitely do that. But now that we already know the 53-man roster, watching a bunch of guys that didn't make the team probably is not very interesting, right? So, but I appreciate you guys. And thank you very much for Rudy for the super chat. And also Stephen Dew becoming a new subscriber. Stephen Dew did become a subscriber. That's what happened. But all right, I think I'm gonna get out of here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. Thank you guys, and until next time.